My canvas has a very specific idea of the tattoo that she has in mind, and it's not falling in line with what Bosch would have done.
Beardy guy, not beardy guy?
Not beard. I was thinking like old-timey, like mustache, the little one that goes like this.
He doesn't do a lot with hair at all.
Pretty set on hair.
I love to give people the tattoos that they want, but I'm in a challenge where I have to give them what I need to do, and those two ideas are not the same thing right now.
We've all heard the saying, picture paints 1,000 words. Today, the elimination tattoo will do just the same. You'll be using all of your precision skills to create a photorealistic tattoo.
Photorealism is probably the toughest thing to do in tattooing. You just have to look at a picture and duplicate it on the skin.
Your design will need to look like an actual photo. That means it must have three-dimensional qualities.
So photorealism, that's my thing. You know what I mean? I don't expect anybody to beat me in this challenge.
Let's meet your canvases. Keith wants an incision that reveals muscle and bone.
Billy.
I specialize in photorealism. I'm gonna do well this round. My client today wants to do a tattoo revealing the inner workings of the body, beneath the arm and the collarbone.
You want to do some like photoreal like sutures?
No. This is all the things you could put in there. You could put the bones, the veins, tendons, ligaments.
He's not really flexible. He definitely doesn't want to allow me to approach this in the most realistic fashion.
The only thing I'm concerned about is the skin. If it's just an incision, it's not going to give us photoreal bloody stuff.
I don't want dripping blood like it's from the movie from Hellraiser.
I am a little stressed right now. I'm getting these clients that aren't the easiest to work with. I could be in for a storm. There is a possibility that they could send me home on this.
There. Stand natural.
There aren't too many shots that really show what he wants without all the blood and gore. It's been tough piecing them together, but I have a really good plan. This is what people come to me for. I specialize in photorealism, and even when I'm doing stuff that's completely made up and, you know, from my own head or from the client's head, I apply a realistic touch to it.
All right, you can sit down.
The big thing with photorealism is tricking the eye. You may have a subject that's not realistic, but if you can make the eye perceive that it's actually there and not a flat picture on the skin, then you've achieved your goal.
This week, we tested your technical precision skills. Now it's time to see how you did with photorealistic tattoos. Billy.
Does it feel like an illustration? Yes. I think the arteries or the veins look a little bit like tendrils, almost like Fantastic, which kind of makes me feel that it has more like a horror sci-fi kind of vibe.
He wanted to avoid doing torn skin. He wanted to avoid stitches. He wanted to avoid anything that I could use to make it that much more realistic.
I'm not really blown away by it. Really, have you achieved the goal of the challenge and make something that's photorealistic? No, I don't really believe so.
I tried to accommodate him as much as I could in a way that I thought, you know, I could give this guy a good tattoo.
That brings us to this week's elimination tattoo. Japanese.
Japanese, god damn it.
Rooted in mythology and natural symbols, Japanese tattoos convey a balance of power and beauty through natural imagery.
In Japanese style, there's an even distributional weight throughout the piece. If it's off, it can really make somebody's body look awkward.
I mean, I love the idea of the lotus. It's just if there's other flowers.
Floral is more like an accent to a piece. You always need that subject matter. Let's think of something cool that we could incorporate. How about a koi fish? You don't like koi fish?
Not really. I would rather go floral.
You wouldn't be into like a Buddha.
I don't think
you're not crazy about the Buddha. I'm just thinking competition-wise, you know. There's nothing in this tattoo that I can put that's gonna wow the judges. I know that if I put totally different flowers together, it's probably gonna hurt me. I don't want this tattoo to look simple. Now you give me a tricky one. That fits your thigh perfect. To make this tattoo really shine, I'm throwing different elements and having these elements balance out with each other, even though they're not symmetrical. I love the way that the color's coming out and the layout. I'm not 100% confident with this. I just hope it doesn't send me home.
This week, we asked you to create a Japanese tattoo. We were testing balance. Tattoo baby.
The overall composition of the lotus are a little stiff. You made zero effort to work with the contour or the shape of the body. It really doesn't move with her curves.
I was gonna add a little more to it, but she was like, no, I want it to go from here to here.
It's not flattering at all.
You're riding on a high. You've won twice. You've done some great black and gray shading. You've done some nice color. I feel like the black and gray just kind of changed. This has areas in it where it's pretty choppy. It's not smooth like your other black and gray is. You have to treat everything the same. If your execution looks really good on one thing, then make it look really good on the other thing. You have to be able to adapt to all styles. I don't hate the tattoo, I just don't love it. It's a little bit boring to me.
Clint, Tattoo Baby, and Steve, none of you impressed us today. Tattoo Baby.
I tried my best to persuade my client into getting all these Japanese-themed tattoos, and she just wanted the simplest one.
It was just a simple tattoo with simple, straightforward elements.
I tried my best trying to add more to the piece.
Make the most out of something that's very simple, and really sit down and draw for this style to try to keep yourself in a great position. Just a boring snoozer out of you.
This week's elimination tattoo is a true test of texture.
Texture, as far as tattooing is concerned, we need to illustrate the look of how things feel.
Today, you must all tattoo the exact same subject. Seeing your tattoos side by side will make it obvious how your texture stacks up against the competition. Today, you must tattoo a phoenix. A phoenix is a fiery, mythological bird that goes up in flames, then rises from the ashes to be reborn.
This is gonna be tough. You have feathers, you got flames, you have beaks. We gotta balance all those textures in one piece.
So your pieces look very intricate.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very simple. Nothing like that is going on my body.
So you want a non-intricate phoenix to show texture. Phoenixes are complicated. It's a bird with plumage and feathers and texture and fire.
As long as you understand, like I said, simple.
We need to show texture or there's no reason me doing the piece. All right, what are your thoughts? Did you see the drawing?
Listen, wait a minute. Before we begin, we're good? Because yesterday we kind of ended not good. We good today?
I'm great today,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, because you were kind of yelling yesterday, so I just want to
I wasn't yelling.
You yelled.
I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been good all morning.
Okay. Me and you have an issue. Don't pretend like nothing didn't happen. Don't pretend like ain't right. I'm a real person.
This is how I would like to do it with more line work.
Like I don't like this part. I like this.
Now she's nitpicking my drawings. It's like, what the
We gotta be in between. I need to add a little something, so we gotta make some changes. I feel good about his design. I'm happy. If we can get the attitude in line with the design, we're gonna make the best tattoo.
So you like this part here?
I'll look at it again when you're done, but that's not what I initially said.
She keeps riding me and riding me. My adrenaline's pumping, I'm getting nervous, I'm freaking out.
You nervous? Your hand is shaking.
Yeah, you affect my mood, but I am
affect your mood,
gonna be good.
but your hand is shaking.
A little bit, it'll be fine.
James is about to pick something up and ink my body, and he's telling me I affect his mood. James, you're making me nervous, because your hand is shaking, and
My hand's
your hand is shaking. Look at
Yeah,
it.
it's shaking a little bit.
Are you
It's up to you if you want to sit
Are
or
you
not.
nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
Does your hand usually, you understand why that would make me nervous?
Dealing with a little bit of confrontation, I'm never good with, and that's all that is.
If someone looks nervous, you're artist, and they're shaking, you would be a little concerned, wouldn't you? If you're gonna ignore me, that's gonna be a problem.
Well, no, because I'm trying to calm down, and you're aggravating the situation. So I'm just trying to get in my zen.
I need you to calm me down.
Well, I need to get in my zen so I can tattoo you.
Well, I'm the one getting a tattoo that's permanent. I need to know that you're good. I'm the one who's nervous. Make me feel confident in you. That's what your job is. You realize you're putting a tattoo on a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't care, keep it real. Tell me.
I did.
I'll
I told
walk
you.
out.
I've never had a client do this to me before.
Do
I've
what?
never had a client sit and pick at me.
artist and shaking and
Because you're
being
sitting
nervous.
and you're picking at me this whole time.
So you don't care, really, that makes me nervous. It's all about the tattoo. Say it now, we're done.
You know what? You're right. I'm not the artist for you. I really don't think I am.
That's it. I'm done. No one's ever gonna do anything to me that I don't feel good about. And if I have to be the queen bitch, I will be the queen bitch, but you're not touching me.
Oh my God. I almost had a panic attack, man. I'm petrified this is gonna cost me this competition. I am mentally shot. I'm like, okay, well, I'll tattoo myself. No, I'm not gonna destroy my leg. I'm not gonna put that phoenix on my leg.
So what happened, bro?
She was just really abrasive and she started backing me into a corner.
Here's the thing. This is an unprecedented event for us. Nobody's ever walked out. You don't have a tattoo for us to look at. So what we have to do is the four of us have to investigate further, talk to the canvas, and then we're gonna have to evaluate amongst ourselves to figure out what we're gonna do. So Natalie, tell us what happened. What went wrong today?
To start off, everything was okay, and then his hand was shaking. So I kind of was taken back, and I asked him about that, and he said, well, it's you. You're making me nervous. I actually got scared.
So ultimately, when it came down to the wire and you were gonna walk out of here.
I wasn't. I had no intention of leaving. He said, I am not the artist for you.
You're saying to us that James decided this isn't working, we shouldn't do this.
He punked out.
He punked out.
He punked out.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Take
Thanks
care,
for meeting me,
sweetheart.
guys.
Today, we tossed you into the fire by making all of you tattoo a phoenix, giving us a side-by-side comparison of texture. James Danger. We talked to you about what happened in your shop, and do you have anything that you'd like to add?
I was really excited when Phoenix came up. Just the way that she wanted it done wouldn't have worked. She had so much tension in the air, my hands started to shake.
When you have a difficult client, the more you fight back, the more they fight back.
I'm not trying to babysit.
It's just grabbing your client and taking control of the situation out of the gate, because then this thing escalated. So if she was that pain in the ass client, you had to put on the extra charm pants, kiss her ass, but get her comfortable with you.
I was in such a peaceful and complacent mood.
Your hand was trembling.
I really feel I did the absolute best that I could.
You were the one that said, maybe I'm not the tattooer for you. At that point, you let her walk.
She looked at me and didn't like me.
You then had a luxury that nobody else had. You had the chance to tattoo the perfect client yourself. And no one's gonna tell you how to do it.
I disagree.
Or what to put in there. No one else had that luxury.
I wasn't
you
gonna,
then had the easiest
I was gonna let her
customer.
affect the rest of my life to put something on my leg that I didn't want.
You guys are trying to win $100,000.
My second year tattoo,
and
and I
any
did that
situation
one.
I would ever tattoo myself in, it would have been that.
Something tiny, just to put something in.
Because otherwise, you have nothing to show for it.
At the end of this, we have to have something to look at.
The only fair thing that we can really do is look at your past work. The garter from yesterday's Flash Challenge.
The quality of this tattooing is totally, totally, totally off.
That's why I had to garter, bro.
Is there anyone that can tell me this tattoo is not jacked?
No, I agree on the back. I'm not arguing about that.
There's no part of this tattoo that's not jacked.
I deserve to be here.
Not from this.
Not from that tattoo.
If Maddie could outline, you would have been gone yesterday in the Flash Challenge.
I could give a million different excuses why it went down the way it did, and I'm not going
James,
to.
hold up. We don't need to hear anymore. The judges have decided. James, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Had you have won an elimination, then we obviously wouldn't be able to launch you. You
I
could
was
have potentially
playing
beat
it safe
somebody
in the
out.
middle, the first two.
That doesn't work here. You got to charge it every single time. You got to go after it and try to pull a W.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
The judges keep saying being Ink Master, part of that is being able to deal with problem clients. No, it's not. I don't tattoo problem clients. I think it's ridiculous.
This week, we're testing negative space.
Negative space is the parts that you don't tattoo. It's everything that you build around the skin that you leave open.
Today, negative space is absolutely essential because you must tattoo black and gray.
Right. If you don't have enough negative space in a black and gray tattoo, the entire thing becomes dark and unreadable.
You're only using black ink, so you have to let the skin peek through to represent all of your lighter areas.
Today, you must tattoo a creature that appears in almost every culture, wherever humans struggle with good and evil. A demon.
Black and gray horror tattoos is something that I can do in my sleep. I do them all the time. This is awesome.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a black and gray demon, and your time begins now.
Stand nice and still.
Let's do it.
The
difficulty in creating negative space in a black and gray tattoo is the artist understanding where the light's supposed to be and being able to do really smooth, gradual fades leading up to that light to create that nice, beautiful highlight.
That is amazing work. Melissa is failing miserably. She tried to do a ripping skin. Overall, it just looks like a huge cover-up.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
Artists, today, you had to show negative space with a black and gray demon. Melissa.
The amount of detail you got in this thing is very nice, but it's definitely questionable what this thing is.
He didn't want ears, he didn't want horns, he just wanted the mouth to be the main focus of it.
It's the angry turtle.
What?
It doesn't bother me that it looks like a turtle, but the big black circles at the top, you don't really need because the edge of the top of his head kind of gets a little bit lost in that black there.
That is a design flaw, just in the way those holes are created.
Melissa, you're here because the human canvas jury determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day.
I'm surprised. I felt like the demon part of the tattoo was executed well.
Your client, his ideas were bad, and unfortunately, you needed to steer him in the right direction.
If someone is set on something, I'm not gonna tell them don't get that because I personally don't think it's as cool.
No matter how steadfast this guy was, I'm pretty sure he didn't want a turtle.
I mean, I don't fully agree with the turtle thing, and I don't think he did either when he saw it.
Canvases walking into this room put their hide on the line, and you have to be able to guide your client down the right road.
This week, we're testing your technical application.
Technical application is how well you can tattoo line work, texture, colors, all of the pieces rolled into one.
You must prove you can show flawless technical application by tattooing any design on any canvas.
What do you mean by that?
And your canvases are here to get exactly what they want. Well, they want. And they might look familiar to you.
What?
Come on in, guys.
Yeah! Hell yeah.
Football players? Holy we're tattooing the football players. I've never tattooed a football player before.
Today, the power is in the hands of your canvases. Not only must you tattoo the design of your canvas's choice, your canvases will pick which artist they want to tattoo them. Each canvas will pick their artist. You will have a 5-minute interview with each of the canvases.
I'm a great salesman, and convincing these NFL players that I'm the best tattooer in this competition is no problem.
Head to your shops for your interviews.
How you doing, Duffy?
How are you?
What's good?
Everything good?
Hell yeah, bro.
Today, these artists have to try to sell themselves, not only to what their strengths are, but sell themselves away from their weaknesses if they're smart.
I wanted the Detroit theme, like in the rips. Some buildings off of the skyline, the area code, the letters from my high school.
There are a ton of elements here.
I'm trying to think of a way to put these other objects in there without them like looking really randomly placed.
And on the ribs? No thanks.
Alan.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Duffy.
10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. Definitely isn't my top choice. Come towards me a little bit more. Alan Robinson wanted everything that makes him think of Detroit in one tattoo. I talked him down to just getting the Detroit city skyline, a D for Detroit, and an area code. Even though I made this design a lot smaller, there's still a lot going on. I know it probably sucks for the most part, but suck it up even if you are hurting. He keeps jumping up and looking in the mirror every 5 minutes. Every time he jumps up, it slows me down. If this tattoo isn't finished, I could go home for it.
Today, you had to show perfect technical application by tattooing a professional football player with the design of his choice. Duffy.
Overall, the tattoo's readability and legibility is where you really fall short. Your 313, the top of the farthest 3, fits right into the skin rip, you lose it. Your areas of skin that come over the top of the D itself, again, you lose it.
Well, my plan was to leave the sky pretty heavy dark so that D would stand out. But once I just realized he wasn't going to sit for all that solid, I just abandoned that
Have you ever sat for 4 or 5 hours on your ribs?
Not on my ribs.
It's an experience.
Being a football player, I thought that he would definitely push through.
You have to be able to give yourself an out when you're doing these designs because you've now camouflaged the entire piece.
Duffy.
Technically, you applied this thing really well. and at the same time, it's incredibly unreadable. Your numbers, your lettering, and your rip are the same.
There were some things that I had to change halfway through just because it was painful for him.
If this tattoo came out of my shop, I wouldn't be one bit bummed. It's what that guy wanted. I think it looks fine.
You can read that thing?
Yeah.
I get it's your homegirl, but it's not readable, man.
There's no better test of composition than tattooing a color realistic battle.
A color realistic battle? There's no way you can do all that in 6 hours.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be a freaking show.
Whether it's one-on-one combat scenes or ships at war, your battle scene must have clear composition so it's easy to tell what's happening. For this tattoo, once again, you'll be collaborating with your teammate. Which one of you tattoos and when is completely up to you as a team.
So should D-Tab go take a nap now?
Watch yourself, bro.
More than one battle to be fought today.
I'm ready.
All right, let's meet your canvases.
Celtic warrior princess battling a dark warrior on my back. Pins and needles. What is it exactly that you were looking to get again? Warrior princess fighting a dark warrior. But we need to add an element that he's getting the kicked out of him. Right. I want a look on her face that's just badass. She's standing over him. She's got her sword sort of resting on him. Gowns can't look perfect. I want blood. I want holes.
We thought we had the best canvas. She said one thing in the lineup, and now she's telling us a million different things that she wants.
We're working with 6 hours. This is easily a 25-hour tattoo. Yeah. There are just elements that I'm not willing to compromise on.
If she's not willing to work with us, then this whole thing's gonna turn into a show.
I thought you said you wanted to soften up the top. It's pretty soft as it is. I want the top to look a little more even with the bottom.
The only battle in this situation is our canvas battling with us.
I'm just not seeing your background, and I'm not picturing it on the tattoo, and I'm worried that it's gonna not look good.
Yeah, but as artists, we like to give you something that we see as well as a collaboration together.
But it's my tattoo, so give me a minute.
Okay. Now I'm in freaking panic mode.
Just go. We're trying to give her best tattoo, and she's second-guessing everything we're doing.
This is crazy.
Welcome back.
So I want you to do what you want to do with the dress.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna do the background.
Okay. I feel like a lot of this comes down to this girl not being able to sit for a 6-hour tattoo. Jess, you want me to get in or you go?
I think you tattoo a little more gently.
No worries.
You're good.
Yeah, that's fine.
This girl's insane.
Absolutely.
Today, you had to create battle scenes with clear composition, pins and needles. Was there a conflict when you got going with this canvas?
Oh my God. She didn't want to trust us on any aspect.
Aside from it not looking like a battle scene, and aside from the problems with the canvas and blah, 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 you drew those hands. Those hands are jacked. And you put that on somebody.
I would have quit too. You win your client over in the beginning, and you make them shut up by impressing them with a beautiful drawing. Your art speaks louder than anything. Artwork, first and foremost. That's how you get the title.
For this elimination tattoo, you must put your fundamentals to the test by tattooing a clock.
Oh no, a clock?
No, I hate clocks. Damn. There's always small, tight detail. There's perfect straight lines for the hands, concentric circles. It's just a technical nightmare.
Let's meet your canvases.
A neo-traditional clock on my sternum with jewels and flowers.
You want a sternum tattoo today? I can tell you right now, bad idea. This is going to hurt.
And you're pretty dead set on that spot.
Don't let anybody talk you out of that.
All right.
Hell to the no. I do not want this tattoo.
What did she want?
Sternum clock, perfect symmetry, jewels.
Gonzo?
This is an act of war. That is a shot fired. I was kind of thinking, like the leaves, like everything, like the ornaments in the back.
I like that.
I'm already going into this winning. I'm doing black and gray and not color. My goal now is to make sure this is the best tattoo I can do, so that way this backfires on Team Clean.
You got it. Man, I think I need to go
coach their team more than us. We're good.
Go teach them something.
Yeah.
I think we're all right.
We got guns. We're gonna make it.
Yeah, dude, I'm just rounding home right now. This is a living nightmare. Perfect shading, still on this part.
Oh, you're lying.
Every time I try to pull a line, this girl's stomach is moving. She's shaking in pain, and the line work is rough. Hoping to get the brownie points for doing it on the sternum.
Gonzo's not even done outlining yet.
No.
I swear to God.
If Gonzo don't finish, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Gonzo is Gonzo.
Today, you had to prove your fundamentals tattooing a clock. Gonzo.
This tattoo is drastically unfinished. Multiple areas just do not have completed lines. You look at the top, the winder, the ring, those lines don't even line up. They're not even centered.
Every time I tried to pull a line on her, she was gasping.
Everywhere you look on this tattoo, it is jacked.
Clean. Why did your team vote Gonzo to the bottom?
We felt that the tattoo was unfinished and it had the least amount of technical ability and fundamentals.
I don't think you can look at the shading on that and not see that there is a skill set that it takes to do that.
But the basic #1 fundamental we're looking for today is outline. And it's hard to find any good outline in this thing.
I'm not one for like the boohoo for me or like pity case or making excuses for but this is not what I do. I am not the tattooer to go home out of this 3. I'm not putting my family and myself through this for nothing.
As flawed as all of them are, JP's at least has an immediate, appealing look. Even though Austin's composition is bad, to a layman, it looks like what it is. Just, I can't get past Gonzo's tattoo.
My vote is Gonzo.
Gonzo. The judges have decided Gonzo. You do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Today, you must create a fine art tattoo. Interesting. From Cubism to Impressionism to Renaissance oil paintings, these famous art styles have some of the most recognizable techniques in the world.
That's all you, girl. This is what I do at home all the time. This is my wheelhouse.
Duplicating a painting on scale? It's all gonna be hard.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Chaos.
But that is not all.
Of course it's not. I was hoping I'd never hear that again.
We're testing creativity. Just replicating a famous work of art would be way too easy for you guys.
I mean, I don't think so, but...
This week, your canvases all want a tattoo done in a fine art style.
Oh.
It's up to you to take their ideas and capture the look and feel of some of the greatest fine art masters of all time.
Damn.
That might be harder.
This is a doozy.
We gotta take these canvases' crazy-ass idea and try to paint it like the legends of the fine art world, not with a paintbrush, but with a tattoo machine.
If your tattoo doesn't look like one of the legends of the fine art world painted it, you will be packing your machines.
Ay, ay, ay.
Dave, just stop coming down on the little TV and making our lives harder, man.
Let's meet your canvases.
A Hieronymus Bosch-inspired surrealistic image of a man with a book, a skull, a raven, and candles.
That's a lot of shit. There's gonna be so much black in that, too.
Well, it's the man with the raven with the candles.
In the book, yeah.
Creepy Jason.
Woo! The longer the canvas talks about what they want, they're like, oh, we're just gonna give it to Jason. Gonna have too much shit to throw into one tattoo. It's gonna f them up. And then, what kind of emotion do you want in the eyes? And this is how he kind of does it, so I would say definitely do.
I don't like that.
My canvas has a very specific idea of the tattoo that she has in mind, and it's not falling in line with what Bosch would have done. Beardy guy, not beardy guy?
Not beard. I was thinking like old-timey, like mustache, the little one that goes like this.
He doesn't do a lot with hair at all.
Pretty set on hair.
I love to give people the tattoos that they want, but I'm in a challenge where I have to give them what I need to do, and those two ideas are not the same thing right now.
Definitely almost just passed out.
Oh dear.
Sleepy. Not from the pain.
I'm taking a huge gamble here by not doing this tattoo in the style of the artist that I was given. I'm not hitting the challenge. I'm shitting a kitten here, man.
I find tattoos really relaxing.
Oh, you're crazy.
Today, you had to prove your creativity tattooing in a fine art style. Let's see how you did. Creepy Jason. Your canvas wanted a Bosch-inspired tattoo.
One thing that really throws me off was the bright red. That doesn't exist in Renaissance painting.
It would have been really amazing to see you do the green that's in the painting in the candle.
I would have loved to. Her sleeve was all black and gray and red. I don't want to her whole sleeve up by throwing green in it.
Classic case of respecting what the canvas wants.
Correct.
I worry about this tattoo with what the challenge was. It's a tough one. Today, you must push your creativity to the limit by creating lettering tattoos.
Stop.
Lettering tattoos, there's no room for error. If you have a little janky line, it shows and you can't really fix it. And also, spell your words right.
Let's meet your canvases.
Here we go.
I would like the word salivigant on my lower stomach.
I don't know what the word is. I don't care. The placement's horrible. You're gonna struggle with how stretchy the stomach is. Like, that's just a nightmare.
That's the stomach.
Lucy.
That's me. I don't know if the young'un were shooting at me, but I tattooed so many stomach. I can handle this.
It's the word solivigant.
What's this meaning?
The meaning is lone wanderer.
Say you want it on your stomach.
Like mostly the lower stomach.
I would want to do like brush stroke for you because it fits the meaning.
That's not quite the idea I want to go with this one. I want to go a little more classic tattoo style.
She wants the most basic cursive writing. Well, they asked for a creativity challenge.
I just don't think that's what I want to have on me for the rest of my life.
She doesn't give me any room to be creative. I'm worried they can send me home. Whatever.
Much better. I think it's perfect, yeah.
I am a little stressed about the time.
Thought it would be a little bit lower, but I don't know if it would really fit much lower. I don't know.
Tattooing helped me to focus and be patient. No, I think we can move it lower.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay, come. The tattoo's gonna be on her for forever. She has to like it and it has to be right. We are already an hour into tattoo time.
Yep, love it.
Wait, I have to turn the turbo mode on to get to finish this tattoo. Ready?
Yeah. Sorry, what are you doing?
The bottom line. Can you lay down?
I'm just so tired of going over the same spots. It really hurts.
My canvas is in a lot of the pain. That's what happens when you get your stomach done.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna fix a couple lines at the bottom.
Is it gonna go all the way to the bottom? Like I thought there was gonna be some skin breaks.
No, not the skin. I feel like I'm tattooing on a water balloon. So it's really hard for me to pull a straight line.
Yeah, it's just a lot darker than I expected, but such is life.
I just want you to look great. Please stop criticizing me.
I'm pretty much done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up. No more ink.
You did so good.
You like it?
Yeah.
I feel like if I tattoo my client 5 more minutes, she would like run now. I was like, okay, you're done.
Yeah.
Well, it's all good. I did my best.
Yeah.
Today, you had to prove your creativity with lettering tattoos. Oh, geez. Let's see how you did. Lucy.
You got thrown the hardest tattoo in the room.
I was struggling because she didn't sit well, but I'm happy I finished it.
On creativity day, it's not really creative at all. It's just that normal walk-in, everyday script
I mean, it's normal script, but the ability to pull this off so clean on one of the hardest areas of the body
That was
is
the
not
creativity.
normal. You absolutely crushed.